There are several payment models under development, such as pay-for-performance models, annuity payment models, risk pooling models, but there are few cell or gene therapies that have gained market access yet. The reimbursement landscape is therefore still fluid, and temporary solutions such as separate budgets for innovative treatments are in place in some markets. But eventually, it's expected that payment models will evolve into a standard. Based on the experience so far, it's highly unlikely that you can launch a cell or gene therapy without some sort of managed entry agreement, where the risk related to the uncertainty in effect or costs to the healthcare budget is shared across the sponsor and the payer. They want to know if the therapy works for the average patient. And also, payers want to see comparative effectiveness data to understand how your treatment performs versus clinical practice. Payers are typically also interested in patient-reported outcomes and in healthcare costs. Regulatory agencies often approve drugs on an evidence set that payers will consider somewhat inadequate. So if you haven't gathered the evidence HTA agencies are looking for, you are at risk to come up short in their assessments. So we strongly recommend mitigating this risk with an evidence generation plan which clearly defines what "it works" means, by when, and crucially for how long. As early as possible, really, ideally already in phase 1, as your therapy could be subject for an accelerated approval in the regulatory process. And where possible, invest in early scientific advice meetings. In Europe, you can apply for a joint meeting with EUNETA and the EMA, and in some markets, you can also apply for country-specific consultation meetings. We see, though, that sponsors sometimes are reluctant to seek advice like this because they're afraid they will be given advice they cannot follow. However, these consultations are critical to develop evidence generation plans that can satisfy both regulators and payers, and for you to gain understanding around what can become hurdles for a successful launch.